First of all. First things first. Well, I say, trying to make it sound like an important word, an historic word. But I don't quite nail the gravitas I was after, so I tried again 3 times. Well, well, well. We're standing by the ducks in a local park, and it's the day before my wife is due to give birth. Well, 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 well. Well, well, what? She says, staring out over the pond, half smiling. Well, this is probably the last time we'll ever do this, just you and me, walking through the park. A couple. My wife considers it and doubles her half smile to a full one. I suppose it is. And we walk home, holding hands. That night we're sitting in a darkened Turkish restaurant on the high street as a slanting rain batters the window. I've just ordered some small sausages and a beer. Well, I say. Well, well. Well, what? She says. No, I'm just thinking, This is probably the last time you and I will do this, just the two of us. The two of us, a couple, sitting down and having a romantic meal together. My beer and small sausages arrive. It's not that romantic, says my wife, looking at them. No, it's not that romantic, no, I say, picking up a tiny sausage and pointing it at her so she can see I'm serious. But this is probably the last time we're going to enjoy a not that romantic meal together, because, as you know, we're going to have a baby, you see. Yeah, she says, I think I told you that. I'm just saying, I say. This is it, the end of an era, the end of coupledom, the beginning of, well, what would you call it? Parenthood, says my wife. You'd call it parenthood. Exactly, I say. That is exactly the phrase. And I eat my sausages, and we walk home, holding hands. Later, as I climb into bed, I hand my wife her healthy peppermint tea, and I clamber over her bump. Just think, I say, picking up my book. When we turn off the light in a minute or two, that will be the last time we'll ever turn off the light as a couple, and then go to sleep as one, because tomorrow everything changes. Everything. So we should just enjoy this moment, just as we enjoyed that last meal and that last walk and that last trip away and that last drive through McDonald's and that last peppermint tea in your hand. My wife looks at me, and then she leans over and gives me a hug. You shouldn't be scared, she says gently. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. I nod and turn the light off. It's dark. But the light comes sooner than expected. By 6 in the morning, we're at the hospital. And by 6:09 in the evening, we have a child. And as I stand there, and as I pick him up, and as I hold him for the first time, and I look into his eyes for the first time, and I hold his hand and I kiss him for the first time, I realize that this is a day of firsts and not a day of lasts, because out of nowhere I now know that life, the very best of life, is all about the firsts. Because it's the firsts that matter. The firsts are worth looking forward to. The firsts are worth looking back on. That night, my wife sleeps quietly as our baby dozes on my chest, the streetlights blushing orange through the hospital window. I place my hand on his back and smile. Then, a couple of days later, when the time is right and proper, my wife and we step out of our car, a little, fragile family, and we carry our son through the front door. For the very first time.